that is just free income, man. That's just free cash flow. That is going to be huge. Q3, Q4, this is when a lot of the global franchising partners are coming online. Guys, NIO's other revenues increased 62% year over year, 37% quarter over quarter, all thanks to the fact that McLaren paid NIO. Yep, that's right. NIO CEO talked about it in their earnings report. McLaren did indeed pay NIO. It was because of the whole McLaren partnership. And yeah, basically CYVN is invested in NIO. CYVN owns McLaren. CYVN basically made McLaren work with NIO, so to speak. And McLaren is using a lot of NIO's tech. They're paying NIO for consulting fees and tech fees and all sorts of crazy stuff. Wow. And other revenues are increasing. And this begs the question, can NIO become profitable apart from car sales? The other things that they're doing, is it possible for them to become profitable? And the answer to that is an astounding yes, which is very, very bullish, guys. So first of all, you have to know the fact that NIO has signed a lot of partnership agreements with a lot of companies like GAC, Cherry, all these other guys to use battery swap, to develop cars that can do battery swap on NIO's battery swap network. Now, these cars will definitely have to pay like a royalty or a small fee to NIO to be able to, license NIO's tech. And the question is, when are these cars coming to market? Because, man, they signed these agreements like 2-3 years ago. And the answer to that is very soon. We know for a fact they've already tested the Cherry SUV that can swap at NIO swap station. And they were supposed to launch it in Q3. So maybe in Q3 we'll see Cherry launch that car. Well, we're in Q3 right now, basically. And start selling that car that can do swapping at NIO swap stations. That will be absolutely incredible. And that would add a huge significant boost to NIO's other revenues. Now, apart from that, there's of course, NIO is actively seeking other people to buy their chips, right? And sell their chips. But on the chip front itself, NIO CEO has said that the chips themselves have reduced so much bill of materials, okay, by up to 20,000 RMB per vehicle, which is quite a lot. That's like 5,000 US dollars per vehicle, almost 4,000 or 5,000 per vehicle saved because they're using their own chip instead of NVIDIA's chip. And of course, NVIDIA also has like production bottlenecks with their own chip, meaning, NIO has a great opportunity to sell this chip to like other EV makers out there or automobile makers out there. And it's definitely very possible for them to do that, because think about all the companies that have signed up on battery swap, right? Then you have all this potential, and also there's software licensing. Instead of using an Android or Linux-based software, you can use NIO's SkyOS, which of course is self-developed. NIO doesn't have to pay anybody any sort of fees or licensing fees or anything like that. It's self-developed, so it's really helped NIO keep their costs low, but also because it's self-developed, they can license it out to other people. And let me just quickly recap on the benefits of their self-developed operating system. Their self-developed operating system has like super low latency because it's all inclusive, and it's designed for operating a car by itself. It's not designed like Android is designed for like mobile devices and that kind of stuff. It's designed for an AI-based car. So everything is integrated perfectly in harmony with the hardware. And that means that it's not going to waste a lot of electricity, and everything is working together. If there's a signal from the LiDAR, they can process it quickly and then give the relevant response to the motors, instead where the competitors, it used to be like they have their own system for every single like component of the vehicle, and that was kind of very burdensome and would have quite a lot of latency. So NIO does have that opportunity for that. But more importantly, I think McLaren fees could probably also occur in Q3 and Q4. So definitely sustained increase in other revenues. And then apart from that, I think they're going to get some money from some of these battery swap partners finally. And then with that, that will definitely boost their profitability up there, you know. And if every car that Chery sells, they have to pay NIO a sliver of royalty fees, that is just free income, man. That's just free cash flow. That is going to be huge. And also, guys, remember, Q3, Q4, this is when a lot of the global franchising partners are coming online. All right. All these different countries in Europe, all across the world, even Costa Rica. Even though you guys are laughing, hey, Costa Rica, it's such a small country, but they have to buy cars from NIO, right? That means that in Q3 and Q4, you're going to have a massive amount of sale of NIO vehicles being sold to these franchise partners, right? So you'll have a lot of money flowing in Q3 and Q4 thanks to these franchising partners. That will also significantly boost profitability. So, apart from the delivery, just even if we don't talk about delivery, there's a very high chance that you have all these other revenues that will help boost their end of the end goal, the profitability picture. Okay, so this is very nice. And McLaren paying NIO, yeah. I wonder if in the future, if they start using NIO's tech. And right now, apparently, according to NIO CEO, it's only consulting fees, right? So if they build cars using NIO's tech, then they have to pay probably even more in terms of revenue to NIO. And that's going to be just absolutely beautiful, guys. That's going to be absolutely beautiful. So you have to see, NIO is not just an automobile company anymore. They're more of a tech company, right? They have tech that they're licensing out and getting revenue for, whether it's McLaren, whether it's Chery, whether it's other guys. So this, I think, should not be underestimated, all right? And I think it could really help us become profitable in Q4. Yeah, but what's your opinion about this? Revenue coming from McLaren, revenue coming from all these other guys. Let me know in the comments. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.